Well, I think right now we're reaching a point where a lot of things come together. We are able to produce probably batteries in a few years that can actually power an electric vehicle. We can build vehicles that are much quieter than they were before. Things on the regulatory front are in progress and coming together. And unlike other concepts, this new concept that we're pursuing is we're flying off of fixed infrastructure, fixed maybe rooftops of parking garages or things like that from A to B and combining it with a rideshare network, so you have a good way of getting from your door to the destination where you want to go in a truly multimodal trip, which is all kind of different to the many years that people have been thinking about flying cars and more this idea of taking off right from the street, which is a lot more complicated than doing it this way.
And I mean, the future is that eventually you might be able to go into the Uber app and select one of these flying vehicles, flying taxis to come pick you up versus one on the ground. From a mapping perspective, how much more of a challenge is it to map from the skies? Because we still, I feel like on some days, have trouble finding ourselves even on the ground on a map.
Well, I think it's actually a bit easier. We can create virtual kind of highways in the sky. We call them sky lane networks ahead of time that we can also socialize with the communities to make sure we're flying over areas that are not as noise sensitive and things like that, and we can adjust them. So in the morning when you have the most demand going into a city, we can have more lanes flying that way. You can think of them kind of like, again, freeways with overpasses, underpasses, all things that are deconflicted. And in the evening, for example, when there's more demand going the other way, we can turn them around in the other way. And so there's a lot more actually space in the air than there is on the ground when you think about it.
Yeah.
And we have a lot more flexibility. It's all virtual. We can build this all into the software.